Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you all are great. Today we'll have sentence and fragment. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. Click on your name, move on to language at the grade 1. The chapter is sentence and fragment, and the lesson will be find the complete sentences. Complete the sentence. Alright, so let's start. So, a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence has a naming part and an action part, okay? So whenever you hear sentence, it has a naming part and an action part, okay? So that is what a sentence is. It tells a complete thought. So a sentence tells you a complete thought which has the naming and action. So whenever a sentence has a naming part and it also have an action part, then that sentence is complete and it tells a complete thought. Okay? So we have some examples here. We have the first one. My brother jumps in the pool. Now, if you see my brother jumps in the pool, naming part, my brother. And then the action part is jumps in the pool. So jump here would be the action. Remember that verbs are action words, right? Okay, so since the verbs are action words, now the action will be what's the verb. Okay, so you can see what's here jumps. This is the verb, and the naming part will be my brother. So in general, this sentence forms a complete thought. Okay, so we also have I play outside every morning. Now, I here is the naming part, and then play is the action because that is what I do every morning. Okay, A sentence must start with a capital letter and it ends with a period. So a sentence must end with a period or another end mark. It could sometimes have another end mark, but a capital letter and always ends with a period or another end mark. So it could be a period or another end mark that is ending it. So let's more examples. Alright, so this one says find the sentence. Okay, so the complete sentence would be what? The cow had a calf. And we have two sentences. Cow had a calf and bakes the best cakes. Now, the cow had a calf. It has a naming part, which is the cow. And the action is had a calf. So it's a complete. But if you say bakes the best cakes, it is incomplete because it has an action part, but it doesn't have a naming part. Now, this sentence does not tell us who is baking the cake. It just says bakes the best cake. So who bakes the cake? We have no idea. It is an incomplete thought. Alright? So this one, find the complete sentence. I planted flowers. I, of course, here would be what? The person, the naming part, and then planted flowers would be what? The action part. Okay, over here we have she lost the book. She lost the book. So now she here would be the naming part because that is the person who lost the books, the naming part, and lost the book is what the action part. The new teacher. If for example with the new teacher, this is an incomplete sentence. Why? Because the new teacher, this is just a naming part. We don't know what happened to the new teacher. So it has no action part. So let's move on to the test. So you can share your answers with me if you know them. So find the complete sentence. Mom is ready, asked for help, ran away, discovered the cure. So which of these is the complete sentence? Alright, so we have mom is ready because mom is ready forms a complete thought. So find a complete sentence. Wins the prize. They ride the bus, slam the door, pick. What is the complete sentence here? Alright, so we have they ride the bus. This is the complete sentence. Find a complete sentence. One wish it fits because it was raining, for better or worse. Which is the complete sentence here? So we have what? It fits as the complete sentence. So what's the complete sentence? New teacher. She lost the book, slammed the door, ran to the store. This is the complete sentence. So what is the complete sentence here? Alright, so she lost the book. Zach fell along taking the bus, washed the dishes. Which of these is the complete sentence? Okay, Zach fell is the complete sentence here. My new best friend that he loved her, she walked to the store, got lost. Right one here. She walked to the store. So walked to school, slammed the door. They came home. Dad paints. What is the right one here? So we have that paint. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Find the complete sentence. We'll move on to the next. Okay. Alright, so it's also to complete the sentence. So we already know that a sentence has a naming part and it has an action part. So if you're completing the sentence, you must complete it with either the naming or the action part. Okay? And remember that a sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. For example, we have complete the sentence Tess's friend. So what's the right one? Pops the balloon. So you can see that Tess's friend is a naming part. So pops the balloon would be the good action part to balance that sentence. Okay? So we have the children. So we need the action parts. So the children watch now watch a show is the best action part here. Okay, we have the girl. What happened to the girl? The girl drinks some milk. So that's the action part. So in this particular lesson, you would have to complete sentence. So if we have naming part, which is either the girl or the boy, anything as a naming part, we need action parts as well. Okay, so moving on to the test. For example, this first question now, we don't have a naming part because we have the action part. So complete the sentence gives me the ball. So my friend or before school, which of these is the best naming part for this sentence? So my friend gives me the ball. So my friend is the best answer here. Won a prize, the girls or maybe what's the right one here? So the girls won a prize is the best answer. Okay. The boys dash. The boys stops and or the boys look for bugs. What's the answer here? Alright, the boys look for bugs. Dash open the box. Never or Nina and I. What is the right naming part here? So Nina and I open the box. Dash gets pets the pony. After we or I pet the pony. What's the right answer? So the right one here will be what? Funny. Bob and I buy a or Bob and I try some new food. Give me your answer. Try some new food. Dash paints a picture. Shane or today? So Shane paints a picture. Dad bakes a or dad makes lunch. Alright, so we have that makes lunch. Alright, that's it for our lesson on the sentence and fragment. You need to complete this if you haven't done it. Can you tell me if you have any question? Alright, so since we have no question, we will end here. Complete this lesson if you haven't. See you all next time. Bye.